But yeah, Kyle, I just wanted to ask you, just sort of overall, how was your Super Bowl Sunday? Definitely an unusual Super Bowl Sunday from past years, but how was your day on the what should be national holiday of Super Bowl Sunday?
Oh, sorry. I gotta edit that. You froze for a second. I couldn't hear the. I think that was probably my phone this
All right,
time.
hold on.
So
All right, hold on. You know what we'll do? We'll restart it. We'll restart it. We'll restart it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. Kyle is here as well. Kyle, how are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. Just doing. Sorry, this is like
Yeah,
our third attempt, fourth
yeah,
attempt. Point, so
yeah,
it's
like fifth attempt. Literally, both Kyle and I have been having some technical issues, which what else is due here in 2020, 21.
yeah.
But yeah, we're battling through it. So this is like take five, but we think we got it now. We hope we have it.
Hopefully,
But yeah, how are you doing otherwise, buddy?
doing okay. Yeah, I'm just getting through the week. Just dealing with all the snow that's been going
Yeah,
on. So
seriously, man. I feel like with the amount of shoveling and snow that we've had over the past like week, I've turned into Frosty the Snowman. So just gotta chill out a little bit, Mother Nature. But anyway, so a couple of days ago, if you watched our last episode, you'll know that it was Super Bowl Sunday 2 days ago, and a very exciting day always in the
yes.
sports world. And last episode, we obviously previewed Super Bowl 55, and tonight we are going to recap Super Bowl 55 and all the excitement that was, like I said, Super Bowl 55. And so, Kyle, how was your Super Bowl Sunday just overall?
Oh, it was a great experience. Like Robbie and I were talking about earlier. I got to hand it to my roommate Ben, who cooked up this incredible meal full of like buffalo chicken, nachos. But it was like these like really nice fried potato wedges and bagel pizza. It was great. It was just a great experience.
That's awesome. It sounded just really good just hearing you talk about it earlier. I was getting hungry just listening to it. So the better things about Super Bowl Sunday is the food for sure, whether it be snacks or just the meal. I personally, we had Chinese food and it was a good time. I did a little virtual watch party with my friend Scott, who if you've watched the show for a while now, you know Scott, our friend Scott. He's been on a few times. So yeah, shout out Sky. But yeah, I was virtually
Yeah,
watching with him and was virtually watching what turned out to be quite the one-sided affair as good old Tom Brady, the GOAT, number 12 himself, captured his seventh, yes, I said seventh Super Bowl ring on Sunday as the Tampa Bay Bucks defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9 was the final score. The Chiefs becoming only the third team, by the way, in Super Bowl history. Fun fact, only the third team in Super Bowl history to not score a touchdown in and not score at least one touchdown in the Super Bowl. And sort of a fun fact to the fun fact is two out of those three times a Tom Brady led team has been the winner, because it was the
wow.
Patriots back in 2019 when they beat the Rams 13-3. They held the Rams to without a touchdown, and obviously Sunday night. So, Kyle, I wanted to ask you, first of all, just right off the bat, your reaction to Tom the Goat Brady winning his seventh Super Bowl ring, and just the manner that he did. I mean, 30, like I said, 31-9, just a really blowout is really the word that keeps coming back to there by the Bucks on Sunday night.
Yeah, it was very surprising. It was I because when my friends Ben and Jerome and I, and you guys know Jerome from past episodes.
Yeah.
When we were watching the game, we thought it would have been a little closer.
Right.
But it turned out like you said, it was a blowout. Like Brady just like ran the show. He just the Buccaneers were just like they were just on fire. They I don't think we've seen them go this far in so long.
The last time the Bucs won the Super Bowl, folks, was in 2003. So about 17 years in between championships. So quite exciting time. And also on their home field, again, the first team to play in a Super Bowl on their home field, and they get the victory. So it was quite the excitement for sure. And Tom Brady also won the MVP, picking up his 5th Super Bowl MVP award in the process, which was very, very exciting for him. But it was kind of bittersweet though, not gonna lie. Obviously, knowing what Tom Brady has done for the Patriots, over the last 20 years, and we've talked about, how what he's meant to this area and to the Patriots. But I wanted to sort of get your take on just how you felt. Obviously, I think we could both agree we were very happy, to see Brady get that Super Bowl trophy. But just sort of what were sort of your overall just feelings? Again, watching Brady win his 7th, but with a different team.
It was interesting because I know we were talking about this last week a bit, but just the fact that Brady, it's so funny because I'm just so used to seeing him up there with the trophy, the Lombardi trophy. He's got his kids running around him and all that stuff. Like I'm just so used to seeing all that at this point. But to do it with a team like Tampa Bay, who they as a team, I think they were technically the underdogs in this matchup since Kansas City had previously won. So it's very interesting. It's such a strange mix, of like, you have this 7-time Super Bowl winner, up there getting a 7th ring and all that stuff. But just with a team that hasn't won a lot, I think that's the very interesting mix there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, also you talk about former Patriots being involved in that game. All 3 of Brady's touchdown passes, because the 4th one was on a run. But all 3 of Brady's touchdown passes came to former Patriots. 2 to Rob Gronkowski, and then the 3rd to Antonio Brown. So even just seeing Gronk, out there with Brady, I mean, the Gronk-Brady duo, which we got to know and love so much over the years here in New England. And now, there they are doing it on the big stage, for Tampa Bay. So that was really weird as well, watching Gronk, number 87 himself, catching 2 touchdown passes and getting to celebrate another ring for himself as well, up there with Brady in Tampa.
Yeah, right. That was, oh my God, that was just wild. That was just like, they just seem to have this chemistry. It's just unbelievable. Like the fact that despite the fact that they're on a new team, they were just able to make it work within one season,
Yeah, and certainly, and obviously on the flip side there, Kansas City unfortunately denied a chance to repeat as Super Bowl champions. Patrick Mahomes, definitely one of the best, young quarterbacks in the NFL still. That doesn't really take away from that. But I guess my question to you, Kyle, is how surprised, I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit just a minute ago, but how surprised were you just the fact that Kansas City's offense just really could not get anything going? I mean, like I said before, 0 touchdowns, for the game. And, Mahomes really was facing a lot of pressure all night long by that Tampa Bay defense. So just from your perspective, how surprising was it to you that Kansas City offensively did not put up more of a fight in that contest?
Well, very surprising because you're right. Like I've heard so many great things about Mahomes, and he's, everyone says he's like definitely one of the best modern day quarterbacks, of our time. But like, yeah, and I'm not going to completely discredit him. He did have some good throws. Like he's a really good quarterback. I've noticed just by watching this game, and I got my friend Ben was pointing out that he can really throw a ball especially when he's under pressure. Just the
Yeah.
fact that he's able to like throw a ball that far, like he's got two guys that are about to tackle him, and he just whips it, you know. And it's just amazing. It's a testament to how good of a quarterback he really is. But you're right, like it just didn't seem like the offense was all there. I don't know what happened during
Yeah.
the game. So, oh well.
Yeah, it is really weird. I feel like yeah, it was just and a lot of credit goes to that Tampa Bay defense as well. I mean, just for the job
Yeah.
that they did of really, getting to him all game long and really putting a lot of pressure on him, like you were just talking about, and not letting him really get comfortable. And obviously, for those who have watched Mahomes for a long time, know that even if he's like on the run or trying to escape, I feel like sometimes that's when he's the most dangerous. He could just like make these plays out of nothing. And a couple of times he almost did that. He almost made a couple like really dynamic plays out of nothing. Just the ball wasn't completed or whatever the case was. But yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, listen, the Chiefs will be back. Mahomes will be back. He's still a young guy. I mean, he's already appeared in 2 Super Bowls and 3 AFC title games. I think this is only his 4th year in the league. So I mean, they're really, the sky is the limit for this guy. He's still got a long, great career ahead of him, and he definitely, I feel like, even in like the next couple of years, I would hazard a guess and would hazard to predict that he will be back in the Super Bowl, possibly within even as early as next year. I mean, with the way things are looking, nothing would surprise me with him in that team. So, but yeah, exactly. But what we also wanted to touch on more exciting than the game itself, I know, especially from Kyle's point of view, was sort of the things that go into Super Bowl Sunday, and that being the entertainment aspect of Super Bowl Sunday, and obviously, there's sort of part of that is the music, the national anthem, the halftime show, all that good stuff. The other part is the commercials, which are always exciting to watch on Super Bowl Sunday. Those are sort of one of the sort of best and the most like highly budgeted commercials. Definitely come out for that 30-second slide on. Especially when companies are, forking down, a couple $1 million just for a 30-second ad slot on Super Bowl Sunday, which is pretty crazy to me that they do that. But let's start with the commercials, Kyle, because obviously there were a couple that stood out to me, which I'll get into in just a moment. But I wanted to get your take first of all on what you thought about this year's sort of the 2021 version of the Super Bowl commercials.
Well, okay. For me, they were just a mixed bag because there were some really good ones. I'm not going to say that they were all terrible. I enjoyed the Wayne's World one. I always like seeing Mike Myers and Dana Carvey whenever they do Wayne's World again.
With Cardi B.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was a special guest on the show. Yeah. That was good. It was funny. It was just kind of a nice throwback type of. And they had some good ones. I really liked the one with Shaggy and Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
Did it just take you back to when you were 10 years old? Just the wonder that wasn't me back in our elementary school days.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. That was so funny. Like it was just such a great setup. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was just a really good joke. Like I really liked just that whole setup of the commercial and everything, where she's trying to like hide that she ate the Cheetos, and then Shaggy's like, just say it wasn't you.
Yeah, exactly.
It turned like a whole music video.
Exactly. It was something else. I really enjoyed that one as well. Like I said, 10-year-old me really loved that commercial.
Yeah, I always appreciate when the Super Bowl commercials, especially companies like that, where they just kind of think out of the box and they just have some really, fun ideas. The Budweiser commercial I thought was funny too, because I liked how they kind of like how they brought all the other Budweiser characters back through the portals, just like in the Avengers. I thought that was funny. I thought that was really good too.
I'm trying to think if I'll have to look that one up because I can't quite remember that one exactly, but I'll have to give that one a rewatch at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they did have a lot of like really funny ones. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Will Ferrell one I thought was great too. There was like the car commercial where he's trying to go to like trying to go to Sweden or and, like,
you're in Norway.
He ends up in the wrong. It was that was funny.
How about the one when they're
I like that.
Well, how about the one for the Paramount Plus commercials where they're all like literally walking on about to just you've got all these characters just all these characters like Snooki was there and just a whole just
like Sheldon and all those people were just like
those had some good comedic aspects to them, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. It was good. It was they had some really like creative, like really funny stuff going on. But there were some other ones I just thought were really just like, oh my god, like they were just I'm sorry, I hate the really preachy commercials. The ones like the car commercials. They're like, oh, we can, we want to try to get together and this and that, and then you find out it's like, and Jeep is sponsoring this, and you're like, okay, you killed it. You guys killed it. Like I get it. I know you're.
That was the Springsteen one, right?
Yeah, I did like Springsteen though. I mean, he was awesome. He was the only good part of that whole thing about that whole commercial.
True. Yeah, I thought
he is awesome.
I thought it was pretty motivational, but it did definitely kind of like get repetitive after a little bit. But I thought it was pretty decent.
I mean, it was the part. I mean, it looked really cool. Like, and yeah, Springsteen. Like, yeah, he's. I mean, if you're gonna have someone bring everyone together, I guess like what better man than Springsteen? Because Bruce, Springsteen he's the boss.
Right, he's the boss, man. That's right. The other one I really liked was Drake from State Farm. I thought that was pretty clever. Yeah, Drake from State Farm. I thought was pretty clever. And how they had the guy from the original Aaron Rodgers commercial playing Aaron Rodgers or like pretending to play Aaron Rodgers. I thought was pretty classic. Nice little sort of callback there to the old Aaron Rodgers State Farm commercials.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about those. Yeah, that's what they're referencing. Okay, so I was. No, that was good. They had some creative stuff. It's just when they get too preachy and stuff like that. I just, oh god, it's just it feels too much of the same. Like, and then like SNL made a really funny joke about that. They were like, oh, all the hard times we've had, and like all the divide the country had, and they're like, but we can get through this as long as you grab a bite of Cheez-Its, and you're like, oh, okay, you just killed it. I thought that was really funny. If you ever look at that, that's a really good one because it's like a Super Bowl preview that SNL did for this past weekend, and it's so funny. I think you would appreciate it.
I'll definitely have to look. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look at that one. I did not see the latest SNL, but I'll definitely have to look back for that. The last one that I wanted to reference was the Tracy Morgan one, where he's like, the Tracy Morgan one where it's like, what possibly could happen or what could go wrong, or I forget exactly what it was, but basically all these bad things are happening because they're trying to buy they're trying to get like a quote or something like that. Again, I forget the exact context of the commercial, but I just he was pretty good in that one as well, so I liked that one.
He said like maybe that's a good idea. Like maybe that was the whole point of the commercial. Like maybe, but then they were like, nah, maybe it's not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But no, I thought overall, it was not a half bad batch of commercials, and definitely liven up the entertainment value of it. And the other part, like I said, the other part of the entertainment value of Super Bowl Sunday is the musical performances. And by the way, I think you and I both, I think, said on our preview episode that we thought the Super Bowl we thought the national anthem was going to go over 2 minutes, and we were correct. It was I think it was like 2 minutes and 22 seconds or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to get sort of your take on the anthem, as well as obviously the halftime show by our good old friend The Weeknd.
Yeah. Oh, so just quick disclaimer. I personally, and I don't think, I think you were telling me earlier you haven't seen it either. We kind of skipped over the Miley Cyrus performance.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even a thing. When I was making like guacamole, Ben was watching it, and I'm like, oh yeah, Miley Cyrus is there, but I just wasn't even like paying attention to it. So I just, got to make that guac.
Me neither. Exactly. I get that guac, man. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that much either. So don't worry about it.
So maybe if you guys have some insight, if you guys saw the Miley Cyrus performance, then feel free to fill us in on that. See how it went. So.
Drop us a comment. Drop a comment.
But the national anthem was fine. It was interesting that they did a duet. I thought that was kind of a nice spin, even though I had no idea who either of those singers were.
True.
No idea who they were, but
I had heard both of them, but yeah, they're not really like top of the charts artists currently. But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, they did a pretty good job. It wasn't like a super memorable this person's voice is like just.
It wasn't a Whitney Houston. It wasn't a Whitney Houston.
No. But it was fun. It was just kind of fun seeing a duet, kind of a nice little spin. So.
And what about the halftime show? I'm really curious to get your take on the Weeknd's performance.
The Weeknd. So first of all, I will say that the lineup of songs I really enjoyed. I thought the show itself, it was okay. Like, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say visually it was as stunning as like a Lady Gaga or even a Prince or Katy Perry even at that point. But it was very kind of odd actually in certain ways. Like, I don't know if that's the whole Weeknd's vibe, but like, when they first started, like the choir, when they had like those weird masks on with like the glowing red eyes, I felt like I was like watching Brightburn again. I'm like, whoa, it was kind of creepy at first.
Yeah,
but
and the bandages too. Yeah, was interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting touch. I was kind of creeped out, but not in like a bad way. I thought that was a very interesting approach, to use for a halftime show. But the songs are great. The guy has a fantastic voice. I really liked all of it. I thought it was a great performance, even though I wouldn't say it was as memorable as like some of the other ones like Prince or even Bruce Springsteen himself, because he performed. I remember a little while ago, but still, I thought, but the thing is too, you got to think like, because of all the COVID, restrictions and everything that, despite, all that stuff going against it and everything, I thought he still put up a hell of a good show,
I agree with you. And I thought it was, it wasn't the best show I've ever seen, but it definitely wasn't the worst. I thought the thing that was interesting that I actually kind of liked, and again, part of this had to do with sort of the COVID, the COVID guidelines, but, there being no crowd on the field this year, like there have been in past years, they were actually able to like use the field as like part of the performance stage, which I thought was actually a really cool, cool thing. I really liked how they kind of incorporated that sort of field level choreography into it. So I thought that was really good. But yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was, decent. It wasn't something I'm gonna, write home about 5 years from now, but it's also not the worst one I've seen. But I thought it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. No, it was
like right in the middle. It's like kind of like right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Right in the middle, I mean, great songs. The songs were all really good. I only knew one of them, to be honest. So I don't really listen to that much of the Weeknd's lineup, but, hearing what he had, it did make me want to listen to him more. So I definitely got to commend the Superbowl halftime for that. But no, it was a solid show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I think that I was very happy that the NFL, just just in general, and this is kind of going to segue a little bit into my final Robbie's NFL playoff recap here. I'm going to kind of combine my sort of statement into that because obviously we've recapped the game a bunch already this episode, but I was really happy that I guess I'll say this. It's more of sort of a Robbie's NFL recap combined with Robbie's final thoughts. And that is that I'm very happy for the NFL and the fact that they were actually able to get all the way through this season and get to the Super Bowl and play the Super Bowl on time because obviously heading into this season there was a lot of concern, a lot of question, a lot of doubts, quite frankly, that they could even get through the regular season fully, let alone, actually play a playoffs and a Super Bowl. And the fact that they actually were able to get through it all with, during the playoffs, very little to no, especially in the later rounds, very little to no COVID issues. I think it's just a big testament to just how hard the league worked and the fact that they had to sort of, take their lumps a little bit at times. They had some adversities that they had to overcome, which was to be expected. I mean, I think like all the sports are kind of facing those challenges as they're going along here. But the fact that like they could sort of, to push through and got the season done, kind of like with baseball. I kind of say the same thing with baseball as well. The fact that they could push through, get the season done, and get to the Super Bowl and get the Super Bowl played and all that good stuff, I think just goes to show you that it can be done. It really can. Just because obviously you need to take all the precautions and be very careful. With COVID out there, but it definitely is not impossible to play a professional sports season or a sports season of any sort during this time if you, like I said, sort of take the proper precautions and really have the best, as best you can, guidelines in place. And I really commend the NFL for really sticking with it, and they were rewarded by what was a very successful Super Bowl and playoffs, and very, as a sports fan, very happy that they were able to do that. So that's kind of, like I said, my final Robbie's football recap combined with a little bit of a final thought there mixed into one, as I'll sort of be transitioning now to sort of more final thoughts as we go along here, obviously with the NFL season now officially being wrapped up. But I do want to now throw it over to Kyle, who, I mean, he just did a lot of reviewing there, but so what's some more reviewing? And throw it to another edition of the Sue's Reviews. So Kyle, what more do you want to review here?
So I wanted to take the time to review a new movie that came out called The Little Things. Now, what's kind of really cool about this is that it came out on HBO Max, so you actually have the choice if you want to. You can actually watch it on the streaming service, or you can watch it in theaters. So it's essentially a movie that was meant to be in theaters this year, but then they released it both ways. So you can choose. You don't have to go to the theater to watch it, which is kind of nice. You can just watch it straight from the comfort of your own home. And nice. It's this it's pretty cool. Like HBO is actually they're doing that with a lot of movies. So I'm going to try to catch up with they did Wonder Woman 1984, which I reviewed about a month ago when it came out. So they're going to do that every month. They're going to do like a new movie every month, which is kind of cool. But so going back to this movie in particular, this movie, it's essentially a mystery thriller starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. And I gotta say the acting, like from the three of them, just the three of them alone are just amazing. And I know there's a lot. It's a pretty like decent sized cast. Like there's some other famous actors in it, but those three were the real kind of like they made the real crux of the movie there, and I thought they were the center of attention. They really just they all had really incredible performances. Denzel's one of the best actors. I think that's like still around nowadays. Like, and I mean, wait, still around. What am I saying? Like one of the best, like just one of the best overall actors around. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Well, I mean, he is still around. You know, he is still around.
Yeah.
So it works. Yeah. It kind of works both ways. So I got you. I'm with you.
Okay, fair enough. And it's about this. So he plays this like this detective who was in the middle of this who's trying to solve this murder of these prostitutes, and he has to kind of find out who the killer is. He's working with Rami Malek's character, and they stumble upon this really creepy dude played by Jared Leto, and he is so creepy in this movie. Jared Leto, I mean, I'm sure you guys know him from Fight Club. He played the Joker in Suicide Squad. He's been in so many movies at this point, but and he even got actually a nod for. He even got a nod for Best Supporting Actor, apparently, on the Golden Globes just recently. They announced that. So, yeah, he plays this really creepy guy, and you're not really sure. Like, he could be the suspect, he could not. But and Denzel Washington, and the whole movie is just kind of like this build-up on, like, they're trying to figure out, okay, what happened? Like who's who was responsible, and the movie does, there's a lot of quick cuts in the movie, so sometimes there's certain things you might miss, but overall the movie was pretty well done, very well filmed. If you're looking for like a good mystery thriller, some people were kind of like a little mixed on like the way it ended, because there are a lot of twists and turns throughout this movie, and some people were a little mixed on how they handled the twist. I thought it was very interesting. I had no problem with it. I think it kind of takes the movie in kind of a new direction in certain ways. I don't want to spoil anything, but like I think you'll appreciate it. Especially if you like mystery thrillers, and if you just want to see Denzel Washington in a new movie. I mean, that alone I think is worth the price of admission. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. Definitely check out The Little Things. You can find it on HBO Max or in theaters. Just a very well made movie. Not the like record-shattering movie or anything, but it was well done.
Nice. Well, definitely I will have to check that out, and you folks definitely should check it out as well. So thank you, Kyle, as always, for another lovely review, another lovely episode of the Suze Reviews, and like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed the Super Bowl on Sunday. If you have any thoughts about the game or the halftime show or the commercials, definitely drop us a comment on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. We'd love to hear what your thoughts were as well. So that's going to wrap up this week's edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. We made it through. We powered through despite some technical issues, but thanks as always, everybody, for tuning in and watching. As always, we appreciate it. And as always, he's Kyle, I'm Robbie, and we're signing off here for another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Bye, everybody. Well, it's weird because always I'm just talking at you, and then all of a sudden I like stop talking. I'm like, wait, he's like not moving or speaking. What's happening? And then all of a sudden you kind of like plopped back in. You're frozen again. Hello? Kyle, we've lost Kyle. Hey, at least it's not me this time.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you're back. You're back. Back in black. Because I'm back in black.
It could be because I'm a little farther away from my router, so.
Don't you just love Zoom and just technology in general?
Yeah, love it. Yeah, that's one word I can.
Kyle, We've lost Kyle again, folks. We keep losing Kyle. First we're losing me, now we're losing Kyle. Hello. Oh, there you
Okay.
are.
Yep.
There you are.